Hey, welcome back. If this is your first time here, I am so glad you found us. And if you have been with us for a while, thank you. Truly, we do this because we know how much these updates matter to real people, real families, and real budgets. Now, I need you to stay with me today because things are moving very fast right now. And I mean that in the best possible way. A new executive order has just been signed. And on top of that, the president is saying this could actually bring in even more money than before. We are going to break all of that down today in plain, simple language. No confusion, no drama, just the facts and what they mean for you and your household. Here is a quick preview of what we are covering today. First, the Supreme Court just made a major ruling on tariffs, and the president responded within hours by signing a brand new executive order. Second, we are talking about the possibility of those $2,000 dividend payments that have been discussed for months and why today's news may actually make those more likely. Third, tariff revenues already collected in 2025 and January 2026 combined have reached over $300 billion, and that number matters enormously for your wallet. And fourth, we are going to talk about what all of this means for prices, inflation, and the programs that seniors, Social Security recipients, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefit recipients depend on every single month. That is a lot of ground to cover, and we are going to cover all of it right here, right now. But before we dive in, I want to ask you something, and I genuinely want to hear from you. Down in the comments, tell me this. What is your biggest financial struggle right now? Is it your electric bill, groceries, prescription costs, rent? Drop it below. Our team reads every single comment, and your answers actually shape the videos we make next. All right, let us get into it. Okay, so let us start at the beginning because if you missed the earlier update, you are going to want this context. The Supreme Court just came out and ruled against a specific set of tariffs. Now, this is not a huge shock. Our team anticipated this ruling was coming, and honestly, a lot of people saw this one on the horizon. These were called the EPA tariffs, and the court said those specific tariffs were not legal. Now, here is where it gets really interesting. Within hours, and I mean hours, of that Supreme Court decision coming down, the president came out and signed a brand new executive order. He implemented a 10% global tariff on all countries, not some countries, all countries. And he did it almost immediately, like the same evening the ruling came down. So yes, the court struck down one set of tariffs, but the president already had another tool ready to go, and he used it right away. And here is something important our team wants you to understand. The administration has already identified at least 3 additional ways to replicate what those original tariffs were doing. So even though one door got closed by the court, there are multiple other doors that are already being opened. This president, as we all know by now, does not simply walk away when someone tells him he cannot do something. He finds another way, and he is already doing exactly that. Now, let us talk about the big number because this is where it gets really important for all of us. Between all of 2025 and just the month of January 2026, the United States has already brought in roughly $300 billion in tariff revenues and duties. That is a massive amount of money flowing into the country. And the president has said publicly, and you can read this in multiple articles right now, that he believes this new approach may actually bring in even more money than the original tariffs that were just struck down. He is very confident about that. Now, why does this matter to you specifically? Here is why. There has been ongoing discussion from the administration about potential $2,000 dividend payments. Think of these almost like a benefit or a distribution to everyday Americans. Now, our team wants to be very clear. We are not promising anything. We do not know exactly what the president will do or when. Nobody does. But here is what the math looks like based on what has been reported. To pay out those $2,000 payments across the population, estimates suggest you would need somewhere between $30 billion and $600 billion. And they have already collected over $30 billion. So depending on your situation and how you look at the numbers, they are already at least halfway there, possibly more. And if the new 10% global tariff brings in even more revenue as the president expects, that gap closes even further. Again, not a promise, not a guarantee, but the picture being painted here is that the money may already exist or be very close to existing, to make those payments happen. That is significant, and our team is going to keep watching this very closely for you. Now, some of you may have seen headlines saying the United States might have to pay back hundreds of billions of dollars in tariff money because of this Supreme Court ruling. And if you saw those headlines, I completely understand why that felt alarming. Here is the reality, and our team wants to be straight with you on this. Even if there is a legal challenge requiring that money to be returned, these kinds of cases take years to work through the courts. Years. The government is going to sit on that money for a very long time. And honestly, in the opinion of many legal and financial analysts, it is not clear that it ever gets fully paid back at all. These things get tied up in the legal system, appeals happen, and time keeps moving. So, while the headlines may sound scary, the practical reality is that the money collected is not disappearing anytime soon. And with the new executive order already signed and a 10% duty already going back into effect almost immediately, the revenue stream is essentially continuing. There may be a short slowdown, maybe a few weeks, possibly a month, but then it picks right back up. All right, now let us be honest with each other, because this is the part that affects your day-to-day life the most. Here is the reality of the tariff situation when it comes to prices. The effects of the original tariffs on consumer goods, things like groceries, household items, electronics, those effects have not fully gone away. They were already baked into the system. And now, with a new 10% global tariff going back into effect almost immediately, those inflationary pressures on everyday goods are likely to continue. I wish I could tell you prices are about to drop, but based on what our team is watching, that does not appear to be the direction things are heading right now. If anything, the continuation of tariff-related duties means prices could stay elevated or potentially increase a bit more before they stabilize. This is exactly why knowing about every benefit program and assistance opportunity available to you right now is so critical, because if prices are staying high, you need every dollar of help you can get. So, let us pivot to the practical side. What can you actually do right now to protect your budget while all of this plays out? Our team has been tracking several programs that are open right now and can make a real difference. The LI HEAP program, that stands for Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, but just think of it as free help with your heating and cooling bill, is currently in peak enrollment season in most states. Average benefits range from $300 to $1,400 depending on your state and household size. Funds are moving fast, and some states are already forming wait lists. If you have not applied, this month matters. If you receive Medicare, the Medicare Savings Program can pay your Part B premium for you. That is currently $174.70 every single month, which adds up to over $2,000 a year back in your pocket. This varies by state, so please check your specific situation. For SSI and SNAP recipients, SSI is Supplemental Security Income for people with very limited income and resources, and SNAP is your grocery benefit. There is an ongoing expansion being reviewed that could add up to $200 a month in additional food purchasing power for qualifying households, depending on your situation. And for our veterans watching, the VA has a new fast-track claims review process being implemented right now. If you have a pending claim or feel your disability rating is too low, the window to act on that may be more favorable right now than it has been in years. An upgraded rating could mean hundreds of dollars more every single month. I know this has been a lot of information today, and I want to acknowledge that, because I know link-heavy, detail-heavy videos can feel overwhelming. That is why our team organizes everything into one simple place, so you are not jumping around trying to find things on your own. Here is the honest bottom line on all of this. Yes, the Supreme Court struck down one specific set of tariffs, but the president signed a new executive order within hours. He has identified multiple other avenues to keep tariff revenue flowing. The money already collected, over $300 billion, is not going anywhere fast. And the president himself has said he believes this new approach may bring in even more. All of that keeps the conversation about those $2,000 dividend payments very much alive. Is it guaranteed? No. Our team is not going to promise you something we cannot confirm. But is the situation more hopeful than some of those scary headlines are making it sound? Based on everything we are watching, yes, we believe it is. Give it a few weeks. Watch how the new 10% global tariff gets implemented. Watch the revenue numbers and stay right here with us because we are going to be tracking every single development and bringing it to you in plain English as fast as we can. Listen, a lot of things are changing right now and fast. I know that can feel unsettling, especially when your monthly budget is already tight and every dollar matters. But here is what I want you to hold on to today. The administration is not walking away from this. New tools are being used, revenue is still coming in, and the conversation about getting more money back to everyday Americans is still very much on the table. We are going to keep watching this. We are going to keep updating you, and we are not going to leave you to figure any of this out on your own. Before you go, please hit subscribe if you have not already. We post updates every single week, and things are moving fast right now. Drop a comment below and tell me your biggest financial concern this month. Our team genuinely reads those. And please share this video with someone you know who needs to hear this today. A neighbor, a family member, a friend. You might just save them some real stress. We have got more updates coming very soon, including new developments on federal payment timelines and benefit program changes that could affect millions of people. You are going to want to be here for that one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.